So I wanted to make my 6-week pregnancy update. I'm going to try to make this quick because I kind of snuck off to my room while my husband and kids are out there, and it's Friday and we're going to spend some time together. But I made my announcement video earlier today and I uploaded some footage of the ultrasound. So if you haven't seen that, if you want to check it out, I'll try to remember to link it below in the description, but I just uploaded it today, so it should be real easy to find. Not much to see at 6 weeks, but just in case you're curious about what I saw today, it's uploaded. So I guess what I'm going to do is kind of explain how I came to find out about the pregnancy and what my symptoms are to this point. I'm like up on my knees right now, so I'm not very comfortable. So basically I had a miscarriage on December 14th. That's when it all began. And I found out I was going to miscarry. I think it was the 12th I found out, but it was the 11th when I had the second beta draw, and the 12th they told me the results and they were going down, so I knew to expect it, and then the 14th is when it began. So we were obviously really devastated. We immediately were trying, and so I was taking ovulation tests, and I had been taking pregnancy tests a lot too. I had ordered a bunch of Wanfos. I just wanted to make sure that it became negative, and actually I think it was the day after my miscarriage it became negative by that night, I think. Might have been 2 days later, I forget, but it did become negative, so I wasn't even going to go back for my blood draw because they wanted to make sure my level was at 0. I knew it was at 0, so I didn't even want to go back. Well, I have my dad and my stepmom and sisters here for a visit, and while they were visiting, the nurse called from my doctor's office and said, "Hey, you never called and said to see that your levels, or you never came in, had your blood drawn to see that your levels were at 0, so I need you to come in." So I was like, okay, well, I'll leave as soon as my visitors leave. And I went in on January 2nd, and my level was under a 1. And I think I didn't get the results back for that. Wait a minute, what day was that? I forget, but I think by the time, when I found out the results, I was like, you know what? This is kind of crazy, but I think I need to come back in again because my pregnancy test is positive. It was really bizarre, and I don't think she believed me. She probably thought I was crazy because it was just, I think it was 0.3, so that's very negative. Anything below 5 is supposed to be negative, although for me, anything below 1 is negative. So anyway, I went in on January 6th, had my beta drawn. By then, I had already been getting positives for a couple days, very faint ones, barely there. But I watched them slowly appear and get a little bit darker, so when she called with the results, I had already taken an Answer brand test, and it was like real obvious to me. So when they called on the 7th with my result, she said it was a 10. And she said, well, considering you just had a loss last month and your number's so low, the doctor wants you to wait an entire week before coming back. And I'm just like, oh, this is going to be a miserable week. So I go back a week later, which I think was Monday, January 13th, and my level had went up to 600. And my tests at that point were crazy dark. I knew it was going to be a good doubling time. I felt very confident about it. And so that's how I came to be where I am now. So like I said, I had an ultrasound right around where I think I was exactly 5 weeks. Saw a yolk sac and a gestational sac. And all that measured 5 weeks and 3 days. And then today, she said she doesn't like to do measuring right at 6 weeks. She'd rather me to be about 7 weeks before she gives me my official due date. So I'm going in again, so it's going to be my 3rd ultrasound. And so by 7 weeks, I'll have 3 ultrasounds. That's just crazy. I can't believe this doctor's office is so willing to do ultrasounds, but I'm like, okay. So anyway, I'm going back on Thursday, the 30th, I believe, and we're going to do an ultrasound. And let's see here. My knees are starting to shake from sitting here like this. So anyway, as far as symptoms, oh my gosh, I've got a lot of symptoms. My sense of smell and nausea is pretty bad. I have not thrown up, but there's been a couple of times where I felt like I need to put the trash can next to me because I felt I was going to hurl. But nothing has actually happened like that. But the nausea has been really bad. All day today I've been nauseous. But this is the first day where I've been nauseous all day. Kind of coming and going, but, you know, all day coming and going. Usually it's worse in the evening. I cannot go without eating, and that scares me because I eat a lot when I'm pregnant, and I gain a lot of weight when I'm pregnant, so I'm going to try to keep my weight under control, but, you know, it's so hard when you're starving and, you know, you've got to eat. So I'm just going to do my best there. And I immediately bloated so bad that I seriously have a bump at 6 weeks. Yeah. Obviously it's not baby. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, the baby's like 3 millimeters. But I have a bump from bloat. So I'll show you with my shirt down. As I get further along, you know, I might pull it up a little bit. But yeah, I'll do it week by week just because I know that one day I'm going to want to look back and see. So yeah, so I'll just stand up and show you the little bump I have through my shirt. So, oops, sorry, kitty. All right, so here's, do you see this right here? There we go. Yep. So yeah, it's not a figment of my imagination. It's really there. I normally don't have a big bump sticking out like that, but obviously it's bloat, but it is pregnancy related bloat. And so yeah, I'm anxious for when I really start showing, which probably, I don't know. I started to pop out when I was about 3 months with my son, and with my daughter it took forever. I was like, you couldn't even tell I was pregnant when I was 5 months. I could, but you know, wearing regular clothes or even maternity clothes at 5 months with my daughter, nobody could tell. I was like really tiny. But then with my second baby, I popped out a lot sooner. Like I couldn't even fit my pants right away. Like 4 weeks, I couldn't fit my pants anymore. But I had put on some weight before. Right before I got pregnant with my son, I had put on some weight and then lost a little bit. But I was still way bigger than I would like to have been. And this time I'm starting out at the same weight I was with my daughter. So that's good that my weight has been down, but definite bloat going on. So anyway, that's pretty much it for week 6. Oh, I almost forgot acne. Oh my gosh, I got this hormonal acne, like the kind where it's like, it feels like a cyst under your skin or something. I've got one here. The lighting in here is so bad you can't really see it that well, thank God. But I've got them all around my chin, and my hair has been dry and just drab, and I've been exhausted, but I've been having pregnancy insomnia so bad. I can hardly keep my eyes open all day, and then when it comes time to go to sleep, I can't sleep. So it's really bizarre. But that's pretty much it for now. I will talk to you guys at 7 weeks, and take care. Bye.